Niggas was eating, looked at me and laughed while I'm starving. I left that shit in the past. No, I ain't get jealous not once. I move up, get to the cash, yeah. So that's what I did, nigga. If you pray on the week, then I know you a bitch, nigga. You ain't really on shit, nigga. I ain't never alone, keep that eye on my head, nigga. And this stupid motherfucker gon' run up on me, he gon' call himself hitting the leg, nigga. Boy, you know that it's on me, got one in the head and no safety, so why let it spit, nigga? This is the shit that you just gotta deal with when you go from broke to a rich, nigga. At the same time, don't know if it's revenge, cause I probably done ran to your shit, nigga. Yeah, I was down bad. I ain't had shit for a bitch. Gave you 1 racks in my Louis V Brown bag. Still ain't got shit for a bitch. Ay, she on me cause I got the cash now. I told her please don't get attached now. Came from the money, I done ran it up, tryna have enough money to pass down to my little brothers and shit. Ay, make sure my list is still rich. Yeah, unlimited hundreds and shit. Big B's, but I love the blue strips. Big B's, but I do fuck with Crips. They laughed at me when I said I'd be rich. They used to lie, called a little bitch, so I had to foreign the whip. I came from the mo with the shit. Run up on me, yeah, I 30 the clip. I always hit Stephen Curry and shit. Dirty ghetto kid, check out my wrist, yeah. I'm so long, just for them to see my vision.
Welcome back to my channel. I don't really got no intro yet, but okay, so before I start talking about the story time, I want to talk about my business. I sell lashes, I make wigs, I do hair, I do individual lashes. Let's talk about the story. Okay, hold on. Let me get it together. Okay, so today I'm gonna tell the story time. I already made this, but I'm remaking it because you kind of throw it off. But this story time will be about the time I got played on Valentine's Day. So we're gonna call Jit Trey. So I met Trey at this high school. I had started going to high school in 9th grade. I mean, okay. So I went to this high school in 9th grade. Like, it was the beginning of my freshman year. And he was in 9th grade too. And it was like the school I was coming from, the middle school I was coming from, it was different from the middle school he was coming from. Like, people he went to middle school with was all going to the same high school that I went to. But I was zoned for that school, but the people I went to middle school with, they was going to another high school that was kind of closer to me, but somehow I was zoned for that high school. But okay, anyway, the year goes on. It's like December. Yeah, it was December. It was a little bit after my birthday. You know, my hair was blue and purple. But, so, okay. He came and he was like sliding up on my story. Like, y'all know how Snapchat got it to where you can slide up on the story, not Instagram. He would like say little stuff like, you know, try to talk to me. But I'm like, no, like, you short. We the same height. Like, I was 4'11". I mean, I'm 5 foot now, you feel like. But I was 4'11". He was like, okay, say I'm right here. He was like, right here. Yeah, he was like right here. We the same height, basically. And he wasn't tall. I like tall people. I like tall, dark skin, hood, thug. Nah, you gotta be no thug. I mean, you gotta have a little hoodie. Like, feel him? Like, we just can't be out and then something happen and you not on go. But okay, cool. He wasn't my type, basically. So I'm like, no, ma'am. But then after him trying the whole year, so when December came, I was like, I'm gonna give it a try. So he slid up again. I had posted, I think it was like for my birthday. Yeah, I posted something for my birthday. And this is probably the video, but this is how I look.
To show you how I ball. Sure can. Crazy, you must got some pesos. I'm not that bitch that's gonna do what you say. Hell no.
So he slid up. And he put like some hard eyes. And he slid up on the next thing. He was like, when you gonna stop playing? So I'm like, I want something better. Like, I'm gonna try something new. I want something different. You know, trying to move on from, trying to elevate from the ghetto, elevate. So I'm like, cool. Here go my number. So Like, shot it, didn't even get it. I ain't even like, oh, tell me on Instagram. Boom, I slid on the number. And at the time, I had one phone. Yeah, I had one phone. So, you get the main number, like, here you go. Then he called me. But, like, he was, like, so jolly. Like, you know those people that's just, like, when they get on the phone, it's like they're just comfortable already. Like, me, I'm not that type of person. Like, when I first start talking to somebody, I'm not finna be, yeah, like, you know, I'm not finna be me yet. Like, eventually, yeah. But, like, right now, no. So, he called. We on the phone for, like, a little bit. Then, we hang up. He texted me. I think he was like, I thought I was gonna call him back, I think. Because I always tell people I'm gonna call them back, but I really don't call them back. So, I think he texted me, like, what you doing? I'm like, not for real. But then, we get back on the phone, talking, like. So, now, it's already established. Like, we in the talking stage. Y'all know how y'all go through that. Y'all talk. Then y'all talk is together. Talking, y'all single. We single, but we talking. So, like, we talking. But time goes on. I think it was like a couple of weeks later. It had to be like, he started giving me like weird vibes. Like, he was moving funny. Like, I wasn't the only person that he was talking to. And my birthday is on the 17th. So Christmas is the 25th, which is the following week. We always get out of school that Friday. Like, the Friday after my birthday, we get out of school for our break. So we be out until like the second week of January. So cool. He comes and he like, yeah, I'm not doing nothing this break. Okay. I wasn't doing nothing. Like, okay, cool. So we both finna be at the house talking to each other on the phone, feel me? But it dumbfounded me. I'm at the house by myself, talking to myself, having conversations with myself. But before we got out of school, we have that, like, that Friday, that last day, we have half a day. So I was in my theater class, my theater class. And so I'm talking to everybody, you feel me? Like, everybody just gravitate towards me. So I'm talking to everybody. I'm here, I'm there, just talking. And we all just talking. Like, that was the coolest day. Like, everybody talks to each other, because any other day we like, I'm ready to go. Next class, feel me? But we all talking. And I was talking to my friend, well, associate, yeah, not my friend, my associate. And he had this girlfriend, he's Jamaican. He had this girlfriend in Jamaica. So I'm talking to him like, you don't think she cheating on you? He like, no, da-da-da-da-da. I don't really care. Okay. So then, my other friend, well, yeah, my other friend, he joined in. And then, this dude, we gonna call him, I'm just gonna say his real name. So this dude, David come, he joined in. So he like, yeah, boom, boom, adding in onto the conversation, like, and then we started talking about something new. And so, and then they had started calling, like, different halls. Like, my school, we had 100, 200, 300, and it went all the way up to, like, 700 in the main building. And then the outside building, we called it the tech building. The tech building went up to, like, 2,000, I want to say. I don't really remember, like, 1,000, 2,000 went on. But, so they called tech first on income. So they going out to the buses, like, to go. I think we was at school for like an hour. Yeah, like an hour or two. They didn't come. He joined in on it. Then they started calling people, and then they'll wait. They do this to like prevent fights, like on the last day with them. So last day, but they'll do this to prevent fights. So then he's talking, and like we just continuing the conversation, and then I just caught his vibe. Like, I don't know. Like, he just gave me that. Like, mind you, we had never talked before. Like, we had never held a conversation or anything. He just gave me that vibe. Like, yeah, I'm here. So I'm like, let me walk away. Cause I'm trying to do good. Cause mind you, Devin here, South Side. He a South Side nigga. He from the, you know, older. He was like a year or two older than me. I want to say he was a junior. Yes, he was a junior. I was in 9th grade. And then Trey was in 9th grade too. And Devin, he just was like, feel me? But so, cool. I walk away. Then he just keep, like, we started lining up. But it's like big old mirrors over here. So I'm just standing by the mirror. And they lined up. And he just keep looking. Like, he just, like, not like that. But, like, he'll just, I'm over here. This is him. He'll talk to somebody. And he'll, you feel me? Like, sorry. Hey, follow me on Instagram. So, I get on my Instagram. And he was like, oh, I already follow you. I'm like, for real? He like, yeah. He was like, follow me back. So, I follow him back or whatever. Ooh. I follow him back. Then, like, I want to say a couple days later, he slid up on my story. And he was like, I message game. Like, he was like laughing at my story. And then, like, later on that week, he was like, I message games. I message with me. Hi.
Okay.
Okay. Like, you already know when the dude be like, I message game. Like, bro just really wants your number. Depending on the vibe, he just really wants your number for real. So, boom, I give him the number. We playing iMessage games. Cool, like, we have a little short conversation, like, what's up? You up? Why you up? Boom, boom. So, we ended up going back to school. Mind you, over the break, Trey, he was out. He was in the streets. He was for the birds. We wasn't really talking. So, we come back to school. He would walk me to, like, my first period. Like, we'll hang out when we first got to school. And then the first bell will ring. And then we'll go. Like, we'll start walking to class. He would walk me to another class. Or he'll walk with me. Or I just see him in the hall. Or whatever. And he'll be like, with his niggas. His friends. So, cool. So, it was like a little cordial little, like, hey, what's up, boom. He called me Marche, by the way, like, Marche, and he'll, like, turn around and walk with me, or I'll turn around and walk with them, and, like, mess with them, or whatever. Alright, so, it was this girl. We gonna call her Mid. So, it was this girl, Mid. She went to middle school with them, so they always, like, hang out in the same little group, or whatever. Cool. Not really. I mean, it's not really a problem, but it was just the vibe. Not really. So, him and her, I would see them walking sometimes. But he'll turn around and walk with me. So, she would be right there. So, like, it's, like, already known. She knew me and him we had something going on. We was conversating. We was texting, feeling like we kicking it. So, then, time goes on. And one day come, and it was at nighttime. It was like 6 o'clock. No, it was like 5 o'clock in the morning. So I'm asleep. And I hear the phone. Y'all know how it be. So I'm over here. Phone over here. And I hear it go. I wake up. I'm up. So I sit for a little minute. And I'm like, is he gonna call back? And I'm like, I'm tired. And I missed him and I fell back to sleep. So when I woke up to a text. It was like, oh, I'm going on a trip. I'm finna go to LA. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, say, blah, say. Okay. We just left. We on the plane. Like, we finna get on the plane. Okay. So, tell me why. I watch his story. It's like a muffle of his jeans in black. And he got Atlanta, I think it's Atlanta International Airport. Some Atlanta Airport. It says something like, you know how you type it up? It was that. The little Instagram location on the story on Instagram. It was that. Very much so. So, then I'm like, Why is it sunlight? Like full blown, not even sunset. Why the sun out? You hung up at 5. You said you leaving, like right then, you're leaving. Why is it like this? In the picture. Full blown bright in the sun. Like you can see it, like the little jeans is like, okay. So say I got like this part covered with my jeans, this part black, but it's like a little peak right here and you can see the sun. Why? So Instagram has posted 15 hours ago, 16 hours ago, 9 hours ago, 2 minutes, 5 minutes. Okay, I haven't clicked in my head, shawty lying, but in my head I'm like, something don't feel right, like at all, like it just don't feel right. But I'm not finna be like, oh, you lying, blah blah blah. I'm not finna do all that. I ain't finna do it. I ain't finna do it. Not yet. Nah. So I'm at chill. I'm like, okay. Then he like, I just landed. You just landed? All of a sudden when I text you, you just landed. And not too long ago, you just posted that on your story, like an hour or 2 ago. From Atlanta to LA, anywhere in LA, it's gonna take longer than 2 hours. Like I never been on a plane before, but I'm pretty sure of it, Pooh. So then the day goes on, we're not really texting for real. And then he like, I came out here to see my grandma and my family. You not from LA? What you mean? Like your grandma stayed in Old Town. Your grandma is from here. What family do you have out there? Both of your grandmas is here. What are you talking about? But okay, I'm gonna play along. So okay, I'm gonna play along. Cool. I ain't gonna say nothing. Cool. So then baby boy, he called me. He FaceTimed me. So I'm like, oh shoot, he might be telling the truth. And he like, yeah, I'm at the arcade with my cousins. He ain't got the phone. Like he put the phone from in his face to like down, like see the top of his head, and I could see the ceiling. So I'm like, Shay, stop what you doing and pay attention to the phone. So I stopped what I was doing. I look over at the phone. I'm like, that looks like round 1. That looks like round 1. Round 1. In the mall. Stonecrest Mall. Round 1. But you in LA. So he like, this ain't no motherfucking Stonecrest. This ain't no round 1. Who goes to round 1? I don't go to round 1. You ever been to round 1? Da, 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 da. You be up in round 1. I ain't never been to round 1. But I know what it look like. You know why? Because it's in a mall. You walk through there to get outside. It's a shortcut to the movie theater. Pooh. Yeah. I know who you at. So then I hear this dude, he's talking. His voice just sounds so familiar, but I just don't know him. Like, I can't put a face with a voice. So, I'm like, he sound familiar. He like, yeah, this my friend. But mind you, he called bro his cousin. So I'm like, I thought you said you was with your cousin. He was like, my cousin's here too. He was like, she here too. And I was like, I mean, he here. And I was like, is it a he or is it a she? And he was like, both. Also, the friend, and here's my conclusion. He was with me, so the friend and me, they playing cousins today. They playing the cousins act on the phone with me. Like, why you even had to call me if you was out, like, doing you? Why are you calling me? That's the most disrespectful thing you can do, is call the person who you messing with. Why are you doing it? Huh? Okay. But so, then I hear like a female voice like in the background. Like she said something, but it was like kind of like far. Like, it could have been one of the little kids, but something just was like, Shay, say something. And then right when I said that to myself, he hung up. I know the nigga ain't just hang up on me. She started talking and he hung up. I know it. This nigga ain't just hang up on me at all. So I'm putting my password, calling back like. Then Shawty, he called me right back like while I was doing it, and I guess she walked away with him. So then I'm like, I heard a girl. He was like, "What girl, Marche? That's my cousin. I'm not with no girl." I said, "I thought you just said your cousin was a girl." Yeah, but I'm not with no other girl. Okay, bye. He like, I'm gonna call you back. I'm like, yeah, get off my phone, whatever. So, then, I'm just chilling. Like, I ain't even really tripping. You wanna know why? You wanna know why? Cause I'm playing obviously game with Devin. I'm playing obviously game with Devin, so I'm cooling. Then, he called me that night. It was like 8 o'clock. He called me at like 4 when he was at the arcade. But hold up, mind you, I had a boy best friend and he called me. So I'm on the phone with him. I'm like, something don't feel right. I'm like, he said he in LA, but it just don't feel right. Plus, Jit, he had posted like a little story of him in a go-kart. And had the location. I'm not from here. I wasn't aware where he was. But, so, she like, oh, where Trey at? He in LA, supposedly. She said, what? I said, he in LA. I left off supposedly. She was like, And I was like, what you mean, She was like, And she was like, he ain't been talking to you? I said, he called me. He said he was gonna call me back. And she was like, I don't know why. But it's like mamas be knowing what they doing. They be knowing what they talking about. Like, she didn't know what happened, but it's like she knew what she was talking about. So, alright. I come to the house. After I'm texting, I'm playing with Devin. Then my best friend called me. I'm like, something don't feel right. So, matter of fact, I did have 2 phones. I did. But I gave Trey the main one. So, I'm on my other phone. My best friend, so y'all my best friend. This is me. I'm on the page. I'm like, he like, what you doing? I'm like, I'm finna investigate. Cause he ended up asking me about Trey. And I was like, let's investigate. So I go up on the Instagram. And I'm like opening comments and I see me, and then he still had a picture from his 8th grade dance with this girl. We're gonna call her Mufasa. So he went to the dance with Mufasa, and that picture was still up on there. And I asked him, I was like, why that picture still up on there? Like, y'all talk or something? He was like, no, that's my best friend. Like, that's my friend. But all of a sudden, when we get together, me is your best friend? Oh my gosh, hold on. I'm like, I thought, but all of a sudden when we get to talking, not even together, like we together, but we ain't even together officially, but you know we together. You and me best friends, but okay. So I'm like, something don't feel right. So then I go to Mufasa page. And she posted with me, and they like best friend. And I know them girls say them little pictures that like they kissing each other. And then I think it was like for Mufasa's birthday when she turned, I think 15. I was 14. No, I had just turned 15. I think Mufasa had turned 15, so yeah, I think so. But she was like, she was sitting down, and then Shorty Mid was kissing her cheek or whatever, and then it was like, okay. So I'm like, I said, this don't make sense. So I'm like, best friend. I said, they best friends, but she best friends with her, and she best friends with her. So how he best friends with her and her, and they don't even be with each other. And plus, he and Shorty comments with heart eyes, just being thirsty. Like, if you gonna cheat or if you gonna be stupid, don't be thirsty. Like, you embarrassing me now. Like, at least if you gonna do something funny, be a real nigga and let them come to you. Don't you go in the comments, heart eye. And Shawty ain't putting none in yours. The most, first of all, Mufasa didn't put none. And she put like best friend with a black heart. And it was old, like 8th grade old. And mid, she didn't put a heart at that. She ain't put no heart eye. Like, nigga, don't be thirsty. You embarrassing me. Like, you talk to me, okay? If you gonna be funny, don't be thirsty. You giving me, I wanna mess with you. You giving me them vibes. Don't do it. But, okay, cool. So, plus my best friend, he went to school with them. So I'm like, how? I come up with my theory. He do a little look like, yeah, you just caught on to something. But him being fake, he ain't gonna sit here and just tell me the whole story. Like, okay, yeah, best friend, this is that, this is what's going on. Like, no. But okay, cool. So then I was like, look at the picture he posted, and I showed him the go-kart. He was like, hold up, that looked like, and he looked at his brother older than us. His brother was like a senior. His brother looked, and he like, we used to go there when we was kids. Huh? So I'm like, best friend, you been to LA? Nah, best friend ain't been to LA. And they laughing, like, they kicking about it, but they ain't telling me. He was like, I know exactly where he at. That nigga's not in LA. I'm like, but the pants say LA. I'm like, he typed it. Me and my best, we look, he typed it. So, like, right after that, he called me, and he at home. I'm like, how you at home already? And so, shorty, he like, I just got here, and I just got back from the plane. Huh? By this time, I didn't already look up how long it take. Matter of fact, let me do it right now. The which way you fly, pull, hun, it's gonna be 5 hours. It take you 5 hours to get there, 5 hours to get back. So this morning, when you posted at the airport, after you told me that you was leaving at 5 o'clock, but you was in the airport at 1 o'clock, there was no way you was texting me, oh, I just landed in LA at 2 o'clock. No way. There was no way. Hold on, I'm getting a call. But there's no way that you weren't there at 2 o'clock. You not home that fast. Talking about you just got off the plane. So when we come in the room, she like, who you on the phone with? Cause she was talking to me and she was like, who you on the phone with? And I'm like, Trey. And something, Trey. She come, oh, he calling back. Hold on. It's the phone for me. So, no, it's the connection for me. So, then, she like, I thought he was in LA. I'm like, he talking about he just landed. So then she was like, can you hear me? I said, mm-hmm. She like, did you go through overlay? He was like, yeah, we had an overlay. And so she asked him all these little flight questions. And he was like, we had small bags. And I'm like, so you went there to visit your grandmother for a day and came back the same day. I said, you went there to visit your grandmother and was with your cousins, hanging out with your cousins. But you went there to visit your grandma because she's sick. She's sick. You told my mama she's sick. But you ain't tell me she's sick. You're sick. Cause you lying. You lying. You lying. Yeah. I know you gonna watch this. You're lying. You lie. You're weird. You're a bozo. Clown. But, so, she said, you went on a date? She said, Trey, you went on a date? And so she made it seem like she was playing, but she was for real. So he laughed. And I'm like, he did. And then, in my head, he did. And he was like, yeah, I went on a date. And she was like, he laughing like he playing, but Shay, he for real. I'm already knowing. But, alright, so after that, I'm like, forget you. So, I'm texting, I'm playing A-ball with Debbie. I'm like, yeah, boom, I'm finna beat y'all. And I'm like, yeah, blah, 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 just beat y'all, blah, 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 blah. And so, then, I had said something, I flirted with him. Like, I don't know how we got on the topic, but I was like, yeah, you be looking cute. I'm like, yeah, you fine. Like, I said something like that. Like, I don't know. Like, I slid it up in a... And so, he started, he like, oh. So, when we started going back to school, I had B-Day that day. So, I saw him. And then that's the day that I said it to him, like, later on in that day. So, I had to see him Wednesday. So, Wednesday come, and I'm like, hey. Because, mind you, we got a class together. I'm thinking. But I saw him in the hallway. Hey. He like, hey. He was like, I don't got that class no more. Boom, boom. Oh, my gosh. Why am I talking to you? You don't got the class? What kind of time we been spent together? Okay. So, but he want me to class. And he go to class. And so then, I got the energy drink. He was the energy drink. I had the up-bras for the rest of the day. And so then I see Trey. And he walking with Shorty. So I look at him and I'm like, and I keep on walking. He like, what? He was like, Marche. And he come back and he started trying to walk with me. I'm like, you gotta stop following me because I'm already texting Devin to meet up with Devin. You gotta stop following me. So I stopped. I'm like, oh, yeah, I was playing, whatever. Anything to get him to go back. Go. Shorty waiting for you, looking goofy. Go. So, they want me to class. So then, like, we had been just messing with each other, like, the whole January. And, like, it got to the point where his, like, Trey friends, he would be like, I saw Shawty walking with Devin. And so then Trey always still trying to check me about this. So I'm like, this my friend. Like, we been doing each other since we was kids. Like, we went to school together. I didn't lie. We did go to school together, but we didn't know we went to school together. Like, I think we went to Panola Way together. But he was older than me. I didn't know him. But we went to school together. I'm like, I grew up with him. Like, our mamas know each other. He hit me with it. Marsha, you not even from here. How y'all grew up together? How y'all was in diapers together? And you not even from here? I'm like, I moved up here when I was little. And I was like, I went to elementary school up here. I went to middle school up here. I went to high school up here. What is you talking about? Like, we grew up together. Like, I'm telling you, all my life. Like, anytime I tell a lie, it's gonna add. And I'm gonna remember that lie for the rest of my life. Forever. So he eating it up. Shawty eating it up. Up until we just got too comfortable. Like, he started putting his arm around me. And we'd be walking in the tech building like while everybody in class. Like, everybody would be in class. And we would be out in the tech building like, because he had PE. He had come out doing PE. And we'd just be walking around. Boom, boom, boom. And then one of Trey friends would come. And with me, I had to chill. Now, girl, why is you pump faking? So, okay, cool. We got to the point where, like, cause Trey, it was already known. He was trying to play me. he was messing with me and New Bomb, pretty much. So one day, we walking down 300, and I had ELA, and so I'm over here on the left side of Devon, and so it's like people are walking down this way. We're walking up from the outside door, and I'm usually over here because I didn't want people to see me with him for real. And then Devin just decides to just lean over. He's tall, like, and he leans down and he gets me. He gets me in front of people. People was right there. So Trey friend, he saw it. I would never forget him. Like, he saw it. We call him Chucky. He saw it. I think that was his name. Yeah, I really don't remember his Instagram name back then. But he had a nickname, and so he saw it. So I'm like, after the fact, we went to the restroom. Yeah, she was like, go to the restroom. I'm like, bro, I just need to make sure he didn't see it, or I gotta butter him up. Like, don't snitch on me. Don't snitch on me. Like, yeah, I'm a player, but I want you to think that you playing me when really we playing each other. So I'm like, don't snitch on me. And so I ain't telling it. So I'm like, so I had saw him when I came out the room. I'm like, I said, why you not in class? You know, trying to make, like, we friends or something. Why you not in class? And was like, he was just so dry that day. He was like, I'm going to class. And I'm like, I said, what's wrong? He was like, nothing. And I was like, you good? And I was like, I said, what's up with you? And he was like, nothing. He said, that's your friend? He hit me with that. That's your friend? I'm like, yeah. I said, yeah. Like, our mama's cool. We grew up together. I said, we went to school together and everything. And he was like, oh. And I was like, yeah. He was like, Trey, no, that's your friend? I'm like, yo, he know. So, okay. I'm like, yeah, he know, just like how him and me friends. He started laughing. He told his homeboy told it all when he laughed. But okay, so it's starting getting a little bit too long. I gotta wrap this up. Okay, so long story short, after that, I got to the point where I really did start feeling Trey for real. I was just like, okay, yeah, this is something that I want to do. Like, so I told Devin, like, yeah, we can't mess with each other. And then so, I knew that Trey still had whatever he was going on, but I had like told him like, yo, cut that out, cause I wanna be talking. I wanna confirm it, confirm it all. But so then he like, I'm not doing nothing.
Cap.
Especially when you know he is, and you got proof that he is. Cause me, I'm the type, I'm not just gonna be like, I got proof on this, that, I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna let it play out. And then I'm gonna hit you with that bomb. Dropping them, sending receipts and all. Yeah, this how I know that. But okay, cool. Shawty, he like, I'm not doing nothing. So Valentine's Day was coming up. It was February now. So I'm like, okay, I said, we doing Valentine's Day? I had never did Valentine's Day before. So I'm like, we doing Valentine's Day? He was like, yeah, I'll get you something. What you want? And I was like, I don't know, it don't matter. Just surprise me. So then he like, okay, cool. So I'm asking my mom, I'm like, do I gotta get him something? She was like, no. Valentine's Day is for girls. She was like, but if he wants something, then you can get him something. So I'm like, okay. So I bought Shorty. We wore this, like, we're the same height, so when I wear boy clothes too. Like, so therefore, I'm gonna buy you the same size I get. So I bought him a medium size. I bought him 2 medium-sized polo shirts, V-neck polo shirts. I went to the outlet, got him some Levi pants. I think I asked him his pant size. I got him some Levi pants, and I got him some polo socks. Yeah, I got him a pack of polo socks, like a big bump pack. I think he had like 12 packs of polo socks up in there, like matching pairs. So I'm like, okay. I got him a big card, like this this big. February the 13th comes. I had planned to go back to the mall and get him some more stuff the next day because I bought that on the 12th. So we go to school the next day. It's the 13th. So that whole day he had been distant. Mind you, I told him I got him something. I told him this. So he distant. And so I'm like, okay. So he didn't walk me to class. I walked to class by myself. So then mind you, we had a class, I think B-Day. Yeah, on our B-Days, we had fourth period on the same hall. Like, we didn't have the same class, but it was the same hall. Like, we took the same class, but we taught by different teachers. It's on the same hall and it's across from each other. So, this specific day, he even told me he forgot that we was on the same hall that day. So, he like, we usually meet up, like, after class, and we walk to the bus together. You feel me? Or we walk around, then walk to the bus together. Like, we just chill. Like, we just talk, have, like, you know, vibe. So, a little vibe. We not like, hey, let's go here, let's go there. A little vibe. So, this day, I'm waiting. Everybody in the class gone. Everybody in the hallway, like, we on 100. So, the office, like, okay, so this the hall. Right here. This the little corner. The office is right here. And the front doors is right here. So, when you come out of here, you can just go make that bust that left and straight out the door. So everybody coming right here. I'm right here. His class is right here. And then I'm just waiting. I'm waiting. I don't see him. So I step out to the hallway. And it's crazy. I'm not gonna say that part. But so I turn around and I asked Delmari, I'm like, hey, you seen Trey? And so this other dude, Trey, mind you, Trey's not the dude I'm talking about real name. So Trey, he like, who you looking for? And he was like, Trey. And he was like, they started looking around. And then so I'm like, something said, look up the hall and then look down. So I look up the hallway. Some said look down. I look down. Why is he walking with Shorty? He literally walking with her. And so I just look. I'm not finna say nothing yet. So then Trey, he goes to say something to Trey, and I pull him like, I'm like, don't say nothing. Like, I don't know what it was just a reflex. I was like, don't say nothing. So, where my book bag? This is Shawty. This me. She walking, and he coming in to kiss her, and then she looks, she goes and she looks at me, and she started like moving her head back, and he still being the thirsty thought pocket that he is. So then he turned around and he looked at me and he was like, Shorty, when he turned around, she like, yeah. So he got me. He walking up on me. By this time, Demari and Trey done left. He walking up on me. I was like, what? And he was like, come on. I was like, what was that? I said, did you just kiss her? I'm hot. Like, I'm 38. I ain't even 38. Did you just kiss her? He like, no, we was playing. You're lying. Why you lying? Just tell the truth. Well, yeah, we was playing. Y'all playing? Well, why the game over when I come? If y'all playing, what's she running for? Where's she going? I want to play. Notice I said I want to play. I'm like, come on, Marche. I feel like you playing with me. I don't know, but like when I feel like people just playing with my feelings, like I get a little violent, like, cause you think it's funny? What you mean? Come on. Yeah, come on. Let's play. What you lying for? The fact that you lying, you make me want to hit you. The fact that you talking about something. Come on, Marche, let's go. So I'm just standing there. He come on. He started trying to grab me to tell me, like, come on. Like, we gonna miss the bus. Like, so and, like, everybody looked. Like, the hall wasn't clear yet. Like, everybody, that's how I knew we weren't finna miss the bus anyway, because the hall ain't even clear yet. But everybody looked. And he...
Why you just hit me? You hit me.
So I started, I'm like, shut up. So I started pulling him, like, mind you, it's the counter. We right here. So I'm trying to pull him. Like, I come up on the counter, and I'm pulling him. I'm like, come outside. He like, no. I'm like, come outside. So he started trying to walk back that way. That's still outside, poo. Either way it go, you going outside this way, you going outside that way. You still gotta go outside. The door faster right there, so which one? Which one? Well, this one or this one? Pick your poison. So I'm like, come outside. He like, no. I said, come outside. So he like, no, Marche. So y'all pull him around the counter. It's a class, like, okay, so this the counter. It's the classroom right here. Yeah, like right here. And then, hold on, so. Classroom right here. This the end of the hall. So we right here. The white lady come out the door, our class, and he look at her, and he look at me, he was like,
Why you just slap me? Why you just slap me? Boom, boom, you hit me.
get your police on. You snitching? You snitching? You look at her, you look at me, and then you say it louder? Louder? What Betty gonna do? Shawty's didn't even help you. And Shawty that you was messing, she ain't even help you. She gone. She gone. She gone. Shorty didn't help you. They didn't care. They didn't care to help you. They didn't care to say nothing. Nothing. You look stupid. Stupid. But when he did that, I just realized who I was. No. I realized where I was. So, I leave him. I said, shut the fuck up. I walk up out the door. I walk up out the front door. I look around. Like, I just glanced. I ain't see her. She usually hang out in the front. I ain't see her. I wasn't gonna do nothing. I wasn't gonna say nothing to her. I ain't see her. But so then he come out the door, and he was like, Marche. And that's like, when I hit them doors, I just realized who I was. I just had to remember. Like, it just snapped back into me. Who I am. I go home. I text her. I know I shouldn't text her, but I texted her. I was like, did Trey kiss you? She was like, no. And then he called me. And no, I called Devin. And I called Devin before I texted her. And then before she texted me back, I called Devin. And then I asked him, like, what size you wear? I was gonna get a stuff to him. Then he was like, I wear large and men. Mind you, I bought shorty kids, cause I wear kids like boys. This nigga talking about he wear a large and men. He said he wear a medium in me. After she texted back, no, he called me. He was like, you thought I kissed her, boom, 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 boom. I didn't kiss her. Why you slap me, da, 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 you crazy, blase, blase. So, Shorty trying to feed me a whole cake and pie. Pizza and Doritos. I ain't eating it. I ain't finna eat it up. So then she texted, like, it said somebody unsent something. Y'all know how y'all unsent something on Instagram? She unsent it. And she was like, yeah, he did. And I was like, you just said no. She was like, he got my password. So I'm like, so you got her password? And he was like, no. I said, she just said you got her password. And she just said that you kissed her. He was like, she said, no, I didn't kiss her. And I was like, how would you know that if you don't got the password? I said, oh, so you called her? He was like, no. I said, so how you know that? How you know that? Because I ain't even tell you I text her. How you know that? And he was like, she lying. I'm like, oh, so I'm finna tell her that you said that she lying. And she was like, he do have my password. And she sent me this little log activity. All of a sudden, the message is unsent. I know it's him. He on pause. Okay. I hang up on him. When I come home, I'm like a little embarrassed to be like, yeah, I gotta take all this stuff back and get my money back. But I ended up taking it all back. Went to Lennox. And I continue on about my little day. Then the next day was Valentine's Day. Devin came to school that day. I told him to come to school. He came to school, and he had got this ring that while we was talking, he had got this ring, and mind you, we were single. But he had got the ring, and he was like, I'm gonna order this ring. I'm on the phone, I'm like, order a ring for who? I know it was for me, but like, you going too deep with this. Too deep. Like, we're not together. A ring for what? And he was like, it's a promise ring. Like, when he got it, like, when it got sent to him, he received it. He was like, I got this ring. He showed me. He was like, it's a promise ring. I want to give it to you when you're ready. I didn't know what he meant by give it to me when I was ready, but now I know what it means. Like, me now, I know what it means. He gave me the ring. He walked me to class. Like, you know, arm around me, boom, boom. I see Shorty and his friends, and it's like, yeah, wait. Yeah, you had suspicions, I had suspicions, and we both was right. Wait, and who gonna say something to this one? Huh? Who gonna check this one? Nobody. Wanna know why? Cause it's a real Southside slime ball. I'm messing with a slime ball. You a little boy. You was a suburban kid. You don't say nothing to him. You don't say nothing to him. I was just saying, we ain't do all that, but who's gonna say somebody? Look on me, wait. You ain't gonna say nothing? Yeah, and I'm gonna clutch him harder. Looking at you, hold on. Who gonna check me? Bye.